Confetti-infested snow and lantern-filled streets can only mean one thing. Say hello to the Year of the Ox in New York City's Chinatown. The Chinese New Year, also called Lunar New Year, kicked off February 12th. But despite being the biggest holiday of the year, celebrations around the world have been muted. Although traditional melodies are still alive in Chinatown, the party is quiet. Among the 1.5 billion people who observe the New Year is Chunika Kesh, a South Asian store owner in Chinatown. Kesh and her mother manage Elise Digital, a photo shop specializing in film. The two have witnessed a decline in the usual hustle and bustle.
Well, this year definitely very, very quiet, and we don't see much of traffic. Last year it was better, but it was also in the beginning of pandemic. So the Chinese community already started to be careful even during that time period.
And of course, with a decline in tourist activity comes a decline in business revenue. Almost a third of Kesh's annual income is generated during this 2-week period. As virtual celebrations take 2021 by storm, few people developed New Year photographs at Elise Digital.
This year we have not seen any yet. Mainly because there's no activity outside and nobody getting together. So there's not many new pictures it's been taken.
Activity on the streets is limited. Confetti poppers stand 6 feet apart while food markets and souvenir shops sit empty in isolation. To many Chinese Americans, this is a drastic shift from annual parades and large gatherings. For Jia Yishu, an NYU Chinese professor who has lived in the States for over a decade, Chinatown feels foreign.
I think it was only until I came to the States, after I came here for about 2 or 3 years, and then I started to miss, the things that I would in the past do with my family, and then I would actually made an effort, to go to Chinatown, get some nice decorations, clean my room, that kind of thing. So it has somewhat changed from I like being passively celebrating the holiday to trying to actively celebrating the holiday.
Shu, whose family lives in Shanghai, is not the only one spending the holiday season alone. Back home, lockdowns for quarantines have banned Chinese travel among provinces. Many have been paid to stay home.
And then the government is advocating, all the citizens to try to just stay in Shanghai. You can still visit your family, go to different places in Shanghai, but not go out of the city.
Headline after headline, the Year of the Ox is posing a threat to Chinese traditions. 48 million people will break century-long customs by not returning to their hometowns. Vinny Nguyen, a junior studying Mandarin at NYU, has not celebrated the holiday with his Vietnamese family in years. But as a New York City native, he's grown to dislike Chinatown's upscale festivities.
I think it starts around 2014. That's when a lot of people from around the country and around the world started to pour into, New York City, and Chinatown started to become like a really hot tourist area.
Nguyen values a toned-down celebration just as much as his wish for health and prosperity.
This year, people are more worried about, working, getting money on the table rather than the celebration itself because of the economic toll that the virus brought.
Marking the second Lunar New Year swarmed by the coronavirus, the Year of the Ox might just be the light at the end of the tunnel.
In Chinese culture, the ox is a hard-working zodiac sign that signifies movement. Can this New Year omen bring hope and mobility for the second half of 2021? For NYU Tonight, I'm Maria Yogi.